Guys, welcome back to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your illustrious host, Frank the Crypto Tank. I hope you had a nice weekend for yourself. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're not getting all caught up in the crypto markets. Pay attention to something else, okay? Don't worry, I'll tell you when crypto goes up, all right? Just stop. All right, all these people, oh no, crypto, I gotta follow whatever, oh, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. All right, look at, people get a little tired about following the crypto space every 2 seconds, and you don't need to. We're long-term holders here. This is not financial advice. This is simply an educational and informational channel. That's all we do here. You must consult your financial advisor. Crypto is very risky. You could lose your socks, your shorts, your pants, your glasses, everything in crypto. So please be very careful. Never buy or sell anything because of what we say or do here on the channel. Once again, I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Welcome into the channel. Crypto Midwest, welcome in. Hollywood, welcome in. And John Burnett, welcome into the show this morning, guys. Mrs. Loopy, welcome in. I hope you all had a fantastic, now that I've got you all commenting, that means I have your eye and your ear. And I will tell you very lovingly and kindly, and I hope you had the best freaking weekend ever. All right? That's where I'm coming from. That's who the tanker is. I hope you watch some nice football if you love that. Got spend time with good time to spend with your friends and your family. And you enjoyed your weekend. Life is not about crypto. See, a lot of people have crypto in a spot where, in my opinion, where crypto is going to save them. Crypto's not saving anybody, okay? It's going to enhance your life when the bull run kicks in, okay? We have an extended super cycle. Bless your souls. Bless me. Good for us. We're going to make some money in crypto, okay? Crypto's not here to save us. Like, let's not have this heyday on the horizon with crypto that will in 1 year, they all said by 2026 was going to happen and I'm going to be all set. You don't know that. We don't have no, look at, one thing you can't call is the time horizon, all right, when things are going to happen. I can say it's going to happen in the world. It's very likely that blockchain technologies will interlace with current legacy systems, and that's an obvious thing. To most folks, I think that's an obvious next reality for all of us in the world, but that does not mean that I'm going to try to call that on an exact timeline. That would be ludicrous. We can't say. Nobody knows exactly the when on the timeline. We got people like Jake Claver and others who try to give prices for XRP, including this one. Others, meaning me. Let's own it. Let's own your stuff, tanker. Right? So, yeah, we do the price predictions too, and we have fun with them. They're for fun. We've stated that when we did them. We made it very clear that we can never say where these things are going. Nobody knows where these prices are going at what time, on what time horizon, what time frame. It's very difficult to say, guys. Rangers, welcome in this morning. Welcome, everybody who hops into this channel. I hope you had an awesome weekend, too, dude. Everybody, I hope you had the best weekend ever. I hope you are enjoying your life and are not expecting crypto to save you, because it's going to save you. The thing is, we just don't know when. So if I'm sitting there drowning, I'm like, I'm going to drown, but you know what? I'm not going to paddle anymore. I'm all good. I'm going to be saved in like literally 2 seconds by the Coast Guard. What if you're wrong? Or 5 seconds? What if you're wrong? You decide not to paddle anymore, you're going to sink to the bottom and die. See? No. You don't know when that life preserver is coming of crypto. It is coming. Oh, it's a coming. You just don't know when. So you got doggy paddle till then. I hope you had your lunch and are loaded up on calories and have exercised enough, because you're going to be doggy paddling for a while with crypto. No, I'm kidding. The wife doesn't like that. She's like, yeah, you told me this stuff's going to happen like 3 years ago. I'm like, calm down. Don't worry. It's going to happen, honey. Don't you worry. Marchster, welcome into the channel. Keep swimming, Marchster says. Yes. Oh, by the way, let's bite down hard on this, please, for just a moment. Oh boy, I hope we're loving the intro. Now look, the intro is designed to keep you coming back. And you know this ain't financial advice. And you know I am not a financial advisor. You know I am an entertainer. I'm a researcher and an educator and information giver. But you best not buy or sell anything because what I say or do on this channel. Because you know that none of this is ever going to be financial advice. These are simply my opinions. You must consult your financial advisor before you do anything. But wealth is not created overnight, especially not in crypto. And I think everybody knows that, guys. Crypto is young. It's emerging. It's a burgeoning asset class, being integrated into our existing legacy systems. But I think we know that you need a recipe to get wealthy. It's not day trading and swing trading unless you're one of the rare few. We're not here for dopamine. We're here for long-term play. Okay? I think most of us are. Okay? So this is how real wealth is built, and step one is understanding value. Blockchain is not magic money. It is financial infrastructure. The rails the legacy systems are being interlaced with. Okay, payments, settlements, liquidity, so on and so forth. 24/7 global rails. We talk about it all the time on the channel. Banks need this. Governments need this. Okay, the nations need this. Okay, step two, buy undervalued projects that are going to be around in the future before regulations finalized. Before institutions are allowed in. XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR. These are not memes. These are rails, guys, our future rails. They connect old systems to the now. Yeah, to the new system. Yeah. Prices are going to see it soon. Don't worry. Cold storage, critical, non-negotiable. Exchanges fail, custody does matter, people hack, and so on and so forth. Okay, cold storage takes the panic away. You're thinking years, not short-term green candles. Okay. Rero, welcome in. Guys, I'll get to your comments in a sec here. But we're going to watch regulation. Okay. That's what we're looking for. We're going to watch for pilots. We've seen them. We're going to watch continued price increase slowly over time. But when liquidity is thin and this stuff starts moving quickly, repricing is going to happen. We're going to see such thin float. By the way, let's talk about bull market. How about that? How about extended bull market? We scale out and we wait for this. When in doubt, we zoom out. Okay? We wait for cash flow, assets, and so forth. We don't need a top. We're never going to catch the top, and we know that. We need consistency and discipline. Okay? We want to pay attention to cycles as well. We want to accumulate during the boredom. Okay, here's the thing. I know you guys are not doing this, but a lot of folks, I'm going to have to throw headphones on because I think I'm screaming now. I'm getting a little excited here. Dumb money just sold. Retail has been selling crypto like a bunch of dumbasses. Sorry. I love you still. You're awesome people. Acting the fool, though. Institutional smart money not acting the fool. What we've been watching is their wallets have been purchased. They've been purchasing the crap out of crypto now, haven't they? These past days. Yes, they have. Pay attention. Guys, I better calm down and get my nice hat on because I feel them going off their rails on a crazy train. I feel like I would go crazy sometimes. I hope I don't get a copyright for that. Impossible. That was a horrible rendition. I hope we're having fun on the channel. Please tap like and subscribe if you don't mind, and share the video with someone that you think might benefit from this. And there's a dual purpose there because the share is twice as potent to the algorithm as the like is. Please tap that like, though, because it's super important in the very beginning of the video here to smash that algorithm. Whoops. And beat out. Whoops. Sorry. To beat out that algorithm and make sure that we get out and get over the hump. So please get this video out by smashing like and subscribe, like they say with the elbow. How about just do a little Fred Flintstone twinkle toes on that thing? You know what I mean? The little bowling Fred Flintstone with twinkle toes. Just twinkle toe that biatch. All right, here's the deal. I don't think that qualifies as a swear, by the way. Here's the deal. Crypto ain't going nowhere. And anybody who's paying attention, I'll get to your comments in 2 seconds, guys. Anybody who is paying attention to crypto is positioned properly, of course. Why am I making my voice like this? I don't know. I think it helps if I put these on. I'm not quite as annoying to everybody. Oh boy, I've been annoying. I do apologize. All right, on that note, let's get to the comments. I do apologize for the off-kilter way I approach this world. Off-kilter. I do apologize. Jesus saves, crypto pays. I love it. I love that. Hey, I'm a big Jesus guy. Look at, here's the thing. It's okay if you're not a Jesus person. That's my take on it. I'm not trying to push anybody to be a Jesus person. I love the Jesus. Anyway, howdy y'all. And people say, oh, you love Jesus. I thought you said you love Thoth as well. Well, I do. I love both. I love you too. Anyway, Ranger says top of the morning with a very cool magician hat. By the way, cool Glenn Beck episode I just saw talking about abracadabra, and it's actually avracadabra. Ooh. And actually words do mean things, especially when they're in Hebrew or Sanskrit, because there's something called cymatics. C-Y-M-A-T-I-C-S, cymatics. They're sound waves, vibrations. The old Tanker is a wealth of knowledge, useless knowledge, don't worry. Hans Jenny back in the day, a Swedish musician and I believe physicist, did this thing on plates where he would use a metal plate and put sand, and then he'd hook up a vibration, something that could translate vibration. He first used a violin bow, and then he would hit the notes, and it would vibrate across this this wire or whatever, and that was connected to the plate. And then the plate would go ahead and make geometric patterns, literal patterns in the sand from the vibration. Yeah. And he did it with some other things too. Anyway, it's called cymatics. That was Hans Jenny, and there's someone else who did that too. But anyway, they did research, and they found out that when you actually enunciate words and you say like A, E, I, O, U, and you say the vowels and whatever English is, and they tried it with all the languages, and the best thing that works as far as moving the sand on this medium, on this metal plate, is actually the human voice. So then they started using the human voice, and they started speaking and making through cymatics vibration, sound vibration. Remember, Tesla said you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, sound, and vibration. 3 6s and 9s, right? Don't worry, it's about crypto, the channel, don't worry. But here's the thing. Hans Jenny, Swedish physicist, does this on this plate, starts speaking and realizes there's only 2 languages that exist that actually correlate directly with the vibration you're making and saying and the actual movement and the pattern created on the plate. And there's 2, and it's Hebrew and it's Sanskrit. You probably would have already guessed that. I should have did it as a poll in the comments. But anyway, so Glenn Beck just had an episode where he covers this, and very, very, very interesting. And he's talking about the word abracadabra, and it's actually avracadabra. And anyway, that words actually mean things, including sounds like abracadabra, that it's literally a magic word, literally. Anyway, that was quite a tangent, but how fun. I hope you're having fun. Ranger, if you want to know what time it is, catchphrase and accent, we raise our glasses against evil forces, saying, you complete, yeah, absolutely, Rangers. That's what I'm saying, dude. You know what? This planet has become darker and darker as of late. Over the past decades, as I've been alive, I've been a very observant traveler. Go check out Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah, I'm a very observant traveler, and I see that it's very interesting, first of all, what a knucklehead I am, knowing that I just forgot. We all just forgot, or we'd be better travelers. We're simply visiting this place. That's all there is to it. Let's be good visitors here in this place. This place has gotten pretty dastardly. It's time to turn this thing around now, kids. Come on! Denoa says, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Right on. I'm in it for the long haul, says John Burnett, and I know most of you are. We are as well, but I'm hoping for no more than 10 years. I hope it's not more than 20. I'm putting it at 20. I'm thinking that if the wife's listening to this episode, I'm in big trouble. I told her it'd just be coming up shortly around the bend. If it could take 20 years. No, it's not going to take 20. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hey, I'm not a financial advisor. This is financial advice. You got to stop and think about the fact that this whole thing moves faster than the way I'm trying to talk right now. You know what I mean? Remember the guy from Matchbox commercial? The guy to do the thing at the end to give you the whole thing with the blah, 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 the whole thing with the lawyer disclaimer. Yeah, all this stuff moves way faster. We're moving way fast. By the way, this is really large. I had the smallest amount of coffee ever. By the way, You got to figure that things don't move the way they moved in the 1980s, and they don't move the way they moved in the 1990s, and they sure as heck don't move the way they moved in the year 2000s. No, they don't. Not even 2000 teens. Yo, we're in 2025 now, dogs. So the thing is that history rhymes. It does not repeat, of course, because we were in a different set of circumstances. Everything is different. We now have smartphones, blah, 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 blah. The whole environment is different. Everything moves faster. So adoption happens faster. I talk faster. The planet spins faster. Everything moves faster. So when everything energetically heats up and starts moving faster, like the sun creating sun cycles right now. Hold on, stay on crypto, guy. Don't forget everything's synchronistic. That everything vibrationally, and as we enter, oh, by the way, got to mention it, new sections or regions of the cosmos, as we do ever, moving toward the general direction of Vega, trailing the sun, and also orbiting the sun, if you all know, and you can just get a mental picture of that. We're heading, the sun is careening through the galaxy through the towards the general direction of the star system Vega. Why do you think Contact did that in the movie? And had it be that they were all saying Vega, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, go check out Kip Thorne if you want to see who actually got the script for Contact from Carl Sagan, from the writer, and then I think Carl Sagan, to spell check it and science check it. Check out Black Holes and Time Warps, Einstein's Outrageous Legacy by Kip Thorne. Okay, back to crypto and comments. You're going to love it. If you guys are any people like that, because I know I'm going to get some hits on that. You go fishing and throw it out there, you get some hits. I know somebody's going to say, oh, I love that stuff. All right, you in it for the long haul. We are too, John. Shabba blah 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 blah. Good morning. Welcome into the channel. Oh, God. Reverse tariffs for European Union causes future markets to crash, causing crypto liquidation. Sell everything. Not financial advice. I DCA'd a small bit more, says shabba blah 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 blah. Thank you for your comment, and we love you. Welcome in. Rero, we love you too. You don't comment enough, I think, in my opinion. Everything is energy and energetic vibrations, for sure, Rero. No doubts about it. Marster says, I wonder what love you... I wonder... Oh, I think you're trying to say, I wonder what I love you looks like. I'll have to look that up. I think somebody's done it on the plate, Sematics. I know what you're talking about. I think they've done it. They do positive and negative things, Marnster, on the plate. If you go YouTube this, you'll see. There's a doctor, he does it with water, and it's Emoto, I believe. Dr. Emoto? I think he does it with water and patterns. And he'll say like kind things, and it'll make like beautiful patterns. And by the way, when they do this with cymatics, they'll go the next octave up. And on the plate, when they're in between the octave of the sound, the sound will kind of go to a brief state of disorder. And then when they hit the next octave, it immediately, the sand on the plate jumps into the pattern like zoom, like literally like magic. It's effing crazy. Everything is literally sounds and vibration in this space. Then light plays a part. And I think light is largely underrated. That's an opinion. But anyway, you can get to Walter Russell if you're interested. Not Kurt Russell. Not to be confused with Kurt Russell, Walter Russell. Go check out his institute he had with his wife. We're going to do a channel with this stuff, I think. This is interesting to me and you, I hope. And back to crypto here. Come on now. A multimillionaire with a cane, says Marnster. I know. Come on now. We don't need this stuff. Good morning, folks. Good morning on Jack. Crypto Midwest says it's actually 2026. How fast tanka. We do tank very fast here, and we are moving very quickly. Everything is sped up. Adoption will be sped up. Everything is going to be sped up. Who got the best price in XRP last night? Wants to know on Jack's. Plausible question. Anybody drop down a... Don't play those stupid comment games and try to lure people into the comments, tanker. Hey, drop in a $sign if you DCA'd on XRP last night. All right. Drop a 1 in the comment if you're lovely. Drop a 2 if you're not. Don't worry, you're lovely. Good morning, everybody. Let's get the markets real quick and see how bad our show actually is. Who gives a crap? Anybody watch football last night? Anybody see the games? I know y'all did. What a pass by you know what I'm going to take away from it? What a pass by Caleb Williams. I keep wanting to call him Caleb and Brown. And don't forget about Caleb and Brown. Not to be confused with Caleb Williams. Don't forget about Caleb and Brown, your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency brokerage needs, back at everything one-to-one, 24/7. Availability with your own crypto brokerage. $500 to go sign up. You get your own crypto broker. That means if you check it with your bank and you make sure everything's hunky-dory, talk to your bank manager, do some test transactions, your crap jumps to $1 million that day. You literally can pull $1 million transaction and cash them out. $1.5 million, whatever it is. You ain't going to play those games like that now on the exchanges unless you got a pro Coinbase account, and then good luck. I hope the thing ain't crashed. And by the way, let's not forget that they are Fireblocks institutional grade custody secured with your crypto. It's basically the bonus of a hot wallet with the safety of an almost safety of a cold wallet. They don't charge anything to pull your crypto over onto their site. That's a no charge. It does cost you $500 to go sign up. It's 3.5% for a buy-sell swap. Yeah, buy-sell swap, 3.5%. There goes Caleb and Brown. Now, here's what's happening with the market. Bitcoin, 92,862. I told you Bitcoin is a piece of crap. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm not. But that's not why it is, because its price just dropped. It's a piece of crap because it can't come through on anything that it's supposed to come through on, and we all know the truth. Anyway, yeah, you're portable, but you're not scarce, you're not durable, you're not recognizable over a long enough cycle, so you're not correlated with the cost of goods and services. So you're a fail of 4 out of the 5 stores of value. Go away, Bitcoin. You're a horrible disgrace. Anyway, Cardano, 36 cents. Hey, Tanker ain't afraid to say it. I say what I say. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Later. Stellar, 21 cents. Zcash coming in at $373. Got quite a few folks asking if Zcash is a nice play. What do I know? I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you to buy or sell anything. That's not my play. I'm simply an entertainer. And if you decided to go buy these 3 because you wanted to, and in 3 years go and play the video back, then bless your soul. I would never advise you to do that. Don't ever do that. Don't ever buy these 3. Don't ever drop 5, 10, 20 grand and ever buy these 3. And then don't ever play the video back in 3 years, whatever you do. I'm insisting. I'm going to look you dead in the eye and insist as I flash these across your screen that you never, across your screen, that you never do that. Don't ever do that. Don't ever buy these 3. Nor HBAR, nor Algo, nor IOTA. Nor Quant, nor ADA. Don't buy any of those because of what I say or do. Nor VeChain or any of the others. And you better not play the video back in 3 years' time. Whatever you do, don't play the video back. Talking about time, you better tell me what your birth dates are because I got recent birth dates. Don't give me the year. I don't want to know how old you are. Give me your day and your month of your birth because I recognize the birthdays. I have a master book. And the reason why is because I like you and I care and I love you. And if you're going to come and spend time with me, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to darn well remember the day you popped out of mama's womb into this, I wasn't going to say something weird, don't worry, into this world, okay? All right, I hope we're having fun on Crypto Info Blockchain Meetings with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. If you are, show your love and please tap like and subscribe. We're coming back in 2 seconds because we got to get you entrained with this. And we're back. All right. Loving the intro. Bless it. Love it. Live it. Breathe it. Eat it. Sleep it. That intro is going to be what you come to understand as crypto. Now, here's the deal. I got Rangers. Info, I'll help. Both yelling and singing whiskey for men, beer for horses. Nah, yeah, very Viking. I love it. The Crypto Midwest is dropping down on some not DCA, but some buying some dippage. Guys, let's remember, DCA is dollar cost average. Some people get it confused. Dollar cost average means I have it set up every Friday to just come out of my paycheck. I don't care what XRP's price is. It just buys it every week. That's DCA or dollar cost averaging. And of course, buying the dip is, of course, what we did last night. We got the best price in XRP last night, says Onjax. Shabba blah 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 says 400 throw. Oh, yeah, shabba blah blah, paying attention. Listen to the birds and the sound waves of the universe, knowing what's going on with this vibration thing. Yeah, 432 megahertz. Crucial sound wave to hear it in. I don't know about lovely, but my barber asks, oh, no, you're lovely. No, you're lovely. You're lovely. You're beautiful and gorgeous, Ranger. And so is everybody else. No homo. You're beautiful and gorgeous. So is every single person out here. Rangers, Crypto Midwest, Rero, shabla blah blah blah, Onjax, everybody, Marnster, everybody who joins us here on the channel, all my regs. And John Burnett, and also Dino, and also, who did I miss? Well, Mrs. Loopy, we don't want to miss you, of course, and Mrs. Loopy, and also Hollywood. Hollywood, talk to me, Hollywood. Hollywood, tell me a joke, would you? All right, here's the deal. Let's get back to crypto, because I can go all day on that bit. And I think some people I'll bore and some people I won't. All right, Bitcoin, called total cryptocurrency market cap, rolling in this morning at $3.14 trillion for the cryptocurrency market. Oh, we took a nice little, here, look at, here's our dive we took as of late. Okay, we took a dive off a cliff. Now, when's the last time we took a dive off a cliff like that? Looks like it was back in here, you know? At least on the 30-day. Here, let's go back on the year. Yeah, we're retracing. See, when in doubt, zoom out, baby. You don't even guys, I don't even really know charts. I know a little bit about charts, okay? And I've told you that a million times. I know a little bit about charts. About to prove to the whole plan, don't even know a lot about charts. You just long-term hold, kids. That's all you do. Now look at, let's look at this chart long-term and take a peek. When we come back to 2022 here, we got an $873 billion cryptocurrency market. We had an $810 billion crypto market when Fat Boy, no offense to people who are larger, but I don't like this guy, when that big boy with the backpack who said he wasn't eating any meat and they said he just ate the veggies. I don't know. You're pretty large for only eating veggies, dude. But anyway, what a liar. He lied about that too. He was in the closet stuffing his face with shank loins. Anyway, this whole thing went sideways for the longest time. From here, 115 all the way 2023 all the way out to I don't know. Yeah, right around what the heck month is 10? It's October, you knucklehead. All right, look at 1022, all of a sudden we climb up a mountain, level off a little bit, and then we really hike up the mountain from February to somewhere around Marchish or so. All right. We trade side up and down, We do a nice little heartbeat monitor here because this is far softer, of course. Look at the aggressiveness, right? Now we hike up the mountain here in 2024 with Trump hopping in the old White House. Oh my gosh, everything go to the moon. See, this is what people don't understand about crypto. Go ahead and circle this. I need something to circle here. Let me make my mouse larger. See how large that mouse is having a conniption fit right there? See where this is, this spot where Trump came in? See this massive spike? Massive. If you're going to be in crypto, you got to be able to say massive. See that massive spike right there? Right there? Boom, massive spike right there. See that? Massive. All right, then we level off, blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the thing. Go ahead and circle that massive wow spike because that right there in crypto from 2.29 trill-ish to 3.71 trill-ish, almost 2 trill jump, not quite, but 1.8 trill, whatever that number is, in crypto within hold on, how quickly did that happen? First week in November to essentially first week in December. 1.8 trillish or so came in like 4 weeks. Okay, everything and your mother and your brother and every crypto project jumped up there. You literally could throw a dart at it, okay? Pin a tail on a whatever, to blindfold and just throw a dart at it. Okay, That's what's getting ready to happen once all this action hikes back up on the timeline here down below. As we come out and to the right, we can draw a line up here, and all this is ready to shoot well past 4.85 trill, maybe 5.5 and a half trill for the shorter term, maybe 6. Okay, so get ready for some cash out, and don't think like that, because in the past that would be it. See, in the past, that kind of action for these jumps for the crypto market, if you go back to 2018 back here, you'll see it's more of an aggressive jump, okay, because it was younger. We were suffering from thin liquidity. It was more of a burgeoning asset class, starting to level out a little bit more over these years, not be as effective and volatile like that every 2 seconds. But if we do draw a trend line and we do draw our map to the right here on the timeline, and we go up here, we would end the cycle after we go to kind of like 5 trill this time around or whatever, like we all know we're going to do. But that's not what's going to happen this time around. We're going to do the fake out. It will do that, but after it does that, we're going to do the old fake out, drop down, and then it's going to go jump back up to another bull blow off top cycle, and could be 2 of those. Oh yeah, she gonna run. See, 4-year cycle broken. This is what people don't see, the truth of things. History rhymes. It don't repeat now, child. Now somebody go fetch me my sweet tea. I'm getting a little parched. I hope you have eyes to see. I hope I try to help. I'm not a financial advisor. No buy something goes what I say or do. That'd be foolhardy. I am clearly drinking the XRP Kool-Aid, so that would be foolhardy. Remember the Hardy Boys? Maybe you can get to the bottom of it. All right, here's the deal. With a crappy joke like that, here's the deal. Let me get back to comments first, by the way. I must apologize for yapping and not covering comments. My apologies. And by the way, my lovely setup here does not allow all the comments to come through, you little son of a Streamlabs. You little son of a Streamlabs. All right. Now, let me get to this comments here. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. You guys are in the comments and I'm not paying attention. My apologies. Let me refresher. Guys, welcome in, and please do go ahead and tap that like and subscribe if you don't mow it. If you don't mow, if you don't mind, it does help a great deal on the channel. Ranger says, did you see the U.S. Mint repricing? No, I didn't. Enlighten me. What happened? Wait, Hollywood says, I'm at work. That's why I'm quiet, but I'm here, dog. All right, rock on, brother. I love that people just put me on and listen while they're at work. Hollywood, thanks for chiming back in and letting me know. I thought you abandoned me. I knew you didn't. I knew you were back there lurking in the back, doing your work like you're supposed to be doing. Ranger says, I heard, shout out, brother. Love you, Hollywood. Make sure next time you chime back in, throw me a good joke. No, I'm just kidding. I heard Hollywood and immediately thought of Hollywood from Hacksaw Ridge. That was fun. That was a good movie. Good movie. Very rare. Very few good movies out there these days. I can see 18 trillion crypto market by 2023. I'm sorry, 2030. Not 2023, my bad. I was time traveling again, sorry. Maybe. Robin Williams says possibly. 18 trills a lot. We could get, look at, here's the thing. What? No, you might not be off because of this. Here's the thing. Here's what we must consider. Ready? By the way, I'm up at about 3:30 to 4 every single morning. Almost. And I know it's a little too much, and I'm a live wire by the time I get to you at 7:30 a.m. my time. I've already lived a day. I must apologize. We're like the army. We do more, 5 in the morning before the most of the world does the rest of the day. I'm not saying it like that. I'm simply saying that I get up early. That's what I do. And I apologize for shouting at you and being all crazy in the morning. Somebody said I look like I've had like 12 espressos or something. Sorry, guys. I must apologize. Could be 18 trill. Now, here's the thing. What folks are not considering with that comment about 18 trill from Crypto Midwest is that you could be over the target, dude. And here's why. Because if we see our super cycle and Clarity Act passed, adoption, regulation, no problem, institutions come in, large institutional play, no problem, including BlackRock, State Street. We know we're all positioned. Okay, if anybody's been paying attention to crypto, they would see that large institutional players have already positioned themselves with said monster projects that are future crushers on the planet. If anybody's paying attention to the playing, are you paying attention to BlackRock, State Street, Grayscale, what they're doing with this stuff? Are you paying attention to the plumbing and rails that has been laid down by companies like Ripple and XRP? So maybe we're wrong about ODL and the usage and the not needed for such liquidity requirements, and we could be off with this. And it's not such, and it is the grease that greases the system, but it doesn't make its price go up so much. You guys were all wrong. See, XRP only went to like 50, 75 bucks. I'll take it. Are you kidding me? Bought below 50 cents. Some of you bought at 17 cents. Some of yins. Now look at it. If you're from Pennsylvania, you're going to say yins. Some of yins bought that much. And if you're from New York, you're from the Bronx, you're going to say utes. You two utes. You know what I mean? Shout them out whenever you know the answers. My cousin Vinny reference. All right, here's the deal, guys. Being from the East Coast, I cannot hide my natural, and being a Ginswine that I am, a Guinea, how am I going to hide my Italian East Coast accent? It comes out, I can't help it. Sorry, guys. Anyway, is taking a quadruple espresso shot? No! This is how it popped out of the womb, unfortunately for my folks. S-Lodge says, morning, Tanka. Good morning, S-Lodge. Monsager. Mark Onsager, welcome back into the channel, brother. Where have you been now, child? Top of the world to you. Keep on buying XRP now, kids, says Mark Onsager. Welcome in, brother. Hey, guys, give me your birth dates, not the year, in the comments so I can, and I'm not trying to be weird. I want to recognize your birthday when it's your birthday because you're my peeps. Ranger says, Tank. Well, for starters, I pulled it up now and looking at a 2024 Eagle BU for 169 bucks. Whoa. Guys, people who have locked down on gold, silver, are you talking about, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what you're talking about. Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on, buddy. Hold on, buddy. Let me check it. Let's check this thing. Nice coin, $4,862.20. What do we, here, hang on. I need to know something quickly. What was the price on an American Eagle gold coin 2024 BU? So I think it's about the same. Oh, face value, a printed a coin was $50, but the value but the market value is based on gold content and dealer premiums, not the face value. So prices vary. Yep. 4,800, 48. Yep. Now it's at 4,862 bucks. Watch where this puppy is coming up. Watch where the price of this puppy is coming up. Nice heads up. How about let's try this. Current silver price. Let's check this out real quick. $93. She's still climbing. Here's what do you guys know what's going on with silver? Is this about blockchain technologies and also metals and finance in general? This guy's crazy. Why are you laughing like that? Well, because if you thought to grab your silver, back here, let's pull back on silver. Oh boy. Whoops. Let's pull a max on silver. So those of you who ganked your silver back here, those of you who saw it and ganked silver back here before the jump as it dipped and said buying up, you know it only goes back up in here. Those of you who made that move and followed that natural thought process of, now wait a minute, this is silver in the world, and it's not going to go away and be a nothing burger. It just dropped in a major way. It's buy time. Never financial advice. So those of you who saw that dynamic here, hats off to you in 2020. Some folks did. And then it took off. And some folks said, might as well just grab a little more because it's still not a bad price. It just proved what it can do. And it's doing that because of these uncertain economic times, blah, blah, blah. We're going to head into more coming up. There's no question. By the way, I've heard this is going to be a tier one asset, this in gold. And what's going to happen is they're not going to be able to paper trade the crap out of this thing. They're going to have to, when you have somebody's gold or silver, like you offer it to someone, you have to have it custodied now. Okay. So, where's all this gold and silver that we're offering to everybody and we're supposed to have a custody? Huh? We can't do that. We don't hold all this stuff. Yeah, so what happens is that it starts unwinding and the real world price, because of the demand supply shock, starts catching up to the real price of what silver ought to be, which is like, what's silver? Somebody drop in the comments if you know what silver's price really is actually supposed to be in the world. And by the way, then gold jumps up because the dollar is crapola. I'm going to leave this on. I know I'm not showing my face full, but it's more important that I show this. Then the dollar goes to crapola, and then we have a calamity in the world, the C, whatever you want to call it, that little event with all the masky things and stuff. And we have all that, and then we see that the truth is that the people can be whipped around like a wet dish rag, no problem. That whole thing proved that. And then they're like, oh my gosh, we're moving to digital money too, by the way. And the push with that as well. And then watching silver trade sideways, but go up a kind of higher highs and higher lows and go up the mountain. And people say, see, I told you on silver, and slowly do it. And then all of a sudden, as of this past Monday, you now have to custody your silver. You can't just go dishing that silver out. It's now a tier one asset, and so is gold. Watch for silver and gold to shoot like crazy. Watch gold go to 7,000 coming up here. Watch silver go to $1,000 or higher for silver. Could top out somewhere around $600-750 or so, but I have a feeling she's going higher than that. Oh, wow, look at people grabbing their silverware. It's already become a thing. People keep grabbing their silverware and go melt it, turn it in. Just like back in the day when you did that in, what was it, 2000, whatever it was, when pawn shops, gold pawn shops, and everything became such a thing that they literally created Pawn Star Wars or whatever. Remember, it was the whole thing about those guys became famous. The whole thing was about pawn shops. How stupid. Pawn shops are grabbing products from folks largely I've seen, and I've talked to folks that own them, that come in from folks that did not own them prior. They actually ganked them from someone, bring them to the pawn shop, so somebody else is misgiving, and then brings it to the pawn shop. Or I desperately need money, so I got to sell this thing to the pawn shop. Pawn shops are bad energy. They're bad energy. I don't like a pawn shop as a nice Christian person. I don't think that's cool. Anyway, you can call me a wimp. I don't think it's cool. I'm not too righteous. Pawn shops aren't cool. People be ripping off people and stealing things and then bring it to the pawn shop, and then the pawn shop sells them to people for a cheap price because they stole them from somebody. That's bad energy. That's not cool. Come on. I thought we learned more than this at this point in time, guys. Come on. Come on here. We're visitors in this place. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Go get it and read it or go listen to it. But then Silver says, you know what? I don't care what you guys say, because I just got told that this is definitely happening with the reprice, and it did, and the moves were already starting to be made by institutions, and they couldn't hide it. And then, as of just the other day, it happened, and it ain't going to stop now. As of this past Monday, it's officially in play. Tier 1 asset, you are not going to be paper trading the crap out of this thing. You are not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Fractalize this thing. You got to actually hold it if you're offering the silver or the gold. Yeah, it ain't going to stop. So silver's going to $500, $600, $700, $1,000, $1,500. Gold's going to $7. Don't forget, they're supposed to stay somewhat tied, correlated in price because of purchasing of those two metals and how they work in the real world. Go do some research on that. Very interesting stuff, folks. Let me get back to the comment section. I hope y'all were wise enough to grab physical silver. Not being held by someone, because they're going to give that all back to you, because now they see that they have to actually hold it. They're going to be like, here's your money back. We don't do that program no more. Sorry. All right, anyway, back to comments now. That I've been out for so long. I must apologize for being out of the comments. Guys, planning on... let's see. Let me get to these comments. Ranger says, Tank, AG Silver, AU Gold. You'll have to go to the U.S. Mint website itself. I know, I always confuse it too. No, don't worry. I totally confuse AG and you. I know that's not why you're saying that, but I'm telling you truthfully. I confuse the two all the time. And my wife tells me that the memory check, how you do it, is that you're supposed to remember that when you're talking about silver, it's not gold, so it has no G in it. So therefore, you assign it. Or is it the opposite? No, it's the opposite. Silver, AG, is silver. Yes. See, I confused the two. And by the way, I have a biology background and I have a degree, and I still confuse the elements. That doesn't make me dumb. Don't get down on me. Rero says, I'm planning to sell part of my silver at gold, silver 40 and buy gold. What do you mean there? Please tell me. I want to know. I'm planning to sell a part of my silver. I don't know what you mean. All right. Be careful. Don't buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel. And I hope you're making sound moves. And if you have a financial advisor, make sure you consult your financial advisor before you do anything. Ranger says, Marn, absolutely. And protection is important as well. For sure. No doubt. Good. I'm glad you guys are talking it out here. Silver to gold, 8-1 in the earth crust. Ooh, nice little point to bring up there. Is that true? I'm going to have to fact check you on that one. Nice one, Rero. I like it. Tank, in all reality, metals shouldn't even be priced in dollars. Yeah, they shouldn't. It's true. Isn't that interesting? Agreed. Because they are money, all fiat currency returned to zero. And when we're talking about metals, that is not something that should be tied to a piece of crap that turns to zero. I agree 100%. How dumb that we price it to actual fiat currency. How stupid. Agreed 100% when you start to understand how this whole thing works in money. I agree 100%, Ranger. Thank you for being smart and paying attention and not being caught up in the matrix like a monkey bot. Hypothetically, if there was a price, AG, which don't forget is silver, should be somewhere north of 1K or 2K before detaching the dollar. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Marnster says golden rule, just because you could doesn't mean you should. Totally true. Nice little spiritual point there, Marnster. A pawn shop in life in general. Exactly. I don't prefer a pawn shop. I feel it's bad energy. People are going to steal all these things, bring it over to the pawn shop, and then the pawn shop's going to sell for real cheap. Or I'm hard up on my times, I got to sell this. It's really worth $10,000. Pawn shop knows they got me by the gonads, and I give it to them for $500, and I just lost my shirt, and now they sell it to somebody else for $2,000 to make a profit off my hardship. How is that good energy? Anyway, Crypto Midwest says silver to gold ratio. Oh, gotcha. Now I gotcha. Ranger says crypto, yes, the GSR, the gold standard rule. What's GSR? Rero, gold silver ratio. My apologies. Gold silver ratio. Gotcha. See, I'm new to all this. I am not a big gold silver guy. You folks are all about metals. I'll take 1 to 1.5 ratio, says Ranger. Laugh out loud. You guys are all about metals and knowing what in the hell you're talking about, and I don't. Educate me on the metals. Give me more info. So I didn't know that. So there's an 8 to 1 ratio of gold to silver. Interesting. Can't they make gold and silver now? Like literally in a petri dish? Like in a lab? With energy? I don't know. I don't think it's real gold though. Anyway, guys. We are going to tune out. I'm going to say good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are on this planet. I love you all. And I hope you have a fantastic Monday. Remember, this is the start to the week. So find that smile and show your pearly whites to everybody, even if mine are not white, and I don't care. Go like this. Even if it's cheesy and fake the way that was, because Monday is the start to the week, and your smile could make the difference in someone else's life. You have no idea. You flash that smile, and for no good reason, all of a sudden they walk by, all of a sudden they're like, see, all of a sudden they come over and start talking to you, maybe you brighten their day. Come on now. Smile makes all the difference. Monday's the start to the week. Set a nice tone. Give a nice little smile. Let's see that little mug. Smile. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., Crypto Info Blockchain made mostly easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tanker.